Welcome back, fellow trophy hunters. Today we are taking on Dredge. Yes, I'm coming back to it. I'm doing the Iron Rig DLC finally. And we start this journey by driving to the Iron Rig itself. This DLC might take you a few hours, nothing too crazy to finish it all up. But it was nice returning to Dredge and seeing all the little updates that it had to offer. The Iron Rig has a total of 12 new trophies for us to get. From just completing the story to catching all the aberrations in the new DLC. Well, not all of them, there are some exceptions, but you know what? I might try to 100% the game because why not? I love this game. This is like the first game too that I played where a lot of my videos I don't want to say blew up, but a lot of them got I know a few where I showed where the rarities were, they're over 10,000 views, which is pretty cool. So I decided, and plus a lot of people are asking me about how to catch the exotic aberrations. So I was like, you know what? Let me just do a nice little video going over all the trophies in the Iron Rig DLC. And I'm glad I did, because it was nice returning here, like I said. The hardest part of me for the DLC was just trying to remember how to play the game and wondering why the fuck I had so many ice things in my inventory. But I forgot the Pale Reach was the DLC before this, and apparently the ice also keeps your fish more fresh. I was trying to combine the word fresh and fish there. Don't know if you could tell. Now, our first trophy that we're going to get is a little fetch quest for the Iron Rig. He needs us to go and find 2 crates for him. At least the convenient thing is they do mark it on your map for you, which is very much appreciated. They are pretty easy to spot when you're driving up to them. Just do the little mini game they give you, and it took me a second to be like, wait, how do I do this again? Because I mean, I don't think I've played Dredge since I played the Pale Reach, and God, man, that was a year ago, I think. I don't know, I haven't touched this game in a while, but I just was like, let me go through my PlayStation trophy list and see what I can go 100% real quick before I start buying any new games. I have a really bad habit of doing that, buying games or playing halfway through them, and then I'll jump onto the new thing instead of just finishing all the DLC. Or sometimes if a DLC does come out for a game, I just don't touch it for years, and I'm just like, oh, I should go do that. Anyway, we do earn our first trophy of the DLC by doing that, which giving him more crates and stuff like that will enhance the dock to its full, the rig to its full capabilities, which is cool. And there we go, we get our first trophy in the Iron Rig DLC. Then after getting the Scientist unlocked, the loop of the game is revealed to you. Each time you bring him fish, he's going to dig a hole. It's going to create black sludge all over one of the areas that you've unlocked previously in the game. And then you'll have these new fish that you can get. He'll give you a list of fish, and you'll be like, oh, let me go catch them. You'll catch them, you'll bring them back to him, and unlock a new area, the same area, but with new fish. And that's the gist of it. Another cool thing about the DLC, it's kind of like a base builder at the Iron Rig, because you can go to the different things, build them up. I mean, of course, each thing you gotta do, you need the freaking crates for. And there is a trophy for getting the whole rig upgraded fully. Eventually you get to the tech lab and you can upgrade your 3 basic abilities for another trophy. Then after a while we get the siphon filter, which equipping that unlocks another trophy. And then collecting 5 or 10 dark canisters unlocks another trophy, which you can unlock the dark canisters by collecting all this fluid, and then you go and I think you need 3 or 4 of the containers. I'm not sure how many you need altogether, but just collecting that will definitely get you that trophy. It's pretty easy. And one thing I really do appreciate about the Dredge DLCs and stuff, not only all the designs of the fish, just the regular designs, and then the aberrations, but I also just appreciate the different mini games that they'll throw at you to at least keep it interesting and not the same thing you're doing over and over again, you know? Stuff like that I really do appreciate, because it'd be so easy just to be like, oh, we'll just do the same ones from the previous. But they're like, no, we're going to mix it up, do it a little bit different, and I do appreciate that. Another one of the easy trophies in this DLC is getting 5 splashes of that dark liquid in your boat. Just need 5. You'll get it randomly from either driving through. There'll be like little oil explosions, or there'll be like little ink monsters that will hit you, and it's just easy enough to get the trophy. Once you get to a certain part of the game, the executive shows up. That was my sound effect for that. Not sure why I did that. But anyway, once you see the executive, he offers you the upgrade for your haul. Then once you do the haul upgrade, you unlock another trophy. Then there's a trophy that, for some weird reason, I made 100 times harder on myself. I was trying to get the exotic exemplar trophy for getting an exotic aberration. And I'm like, alright, cool. I know I just gotta go to where one is, and I gotta drop the bait. So I'm dropping the aberration bait. And I'm like, alright. They say, there's a chance you can get it. Maybe you might not get it your first time. So I'm like, alright. So I didn't get it. I'm like, alright, whatever. Tell me why. I did this for about an hour until I realized there was a special bait you needed to use. Brother, how stupid am I? I was so freaking mad. Literally did this for an hour, and then let me cut to where it gets good. So, after I find out, alright, well, let me get the correct bait since I know what I'm doing now. It's the exotic bait, not the aberration bait. So I'm like, whatever, get the exotic. And, there's a chance it'll work, chance it won't work, whatever. Use the ability, use it. First freaking try, dude. First freaking try. Tell me why I wasted an hour of my life doing that crap, dude. I was so mad. Then the last few of the trophies is just making sure you upgrade the rig to its full potential, finishing the story mode, setting up the defense. It's really cool that the scientist goes through this whole change after you bring them all these aberration fishes and all the black liquid and stuff. Transforms. I thought this was the coolest part of the DLC, honestly. And there's actually a super cool Easter egg that I'll show at the end of the video, because you see how he jumps out the window, which is a really cool animation I thought. Actually, hold up before I go into all that. There is one other trophy I forgot to mention, and that is avoiding the Gleaming Goliath, which is that bad. You need to evade him while he comes after you. That unlocks a trophy. You can't banish him, you just need to avoid his attack. If you banish him, it won't count. But once you end up doing that, it unlocks another trophy. Now, this took me, I think 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. Can't remember the exact amount of time that it took, but there's a way to fish up the scientist. You have to get the aberration bait, and then you pretty much just do that, and you use the ability that you were using to get the exotic ones. And after doing this for, it's I think a 10% chance or a 15% chance. I think you can increase your odds a little bit by taking off pretty much everything except for Oceanic. Don't hold me to that, though. I'm going completely off memory here. There was a point where I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to quit out, reset, reload, and just keep doing it to save more time instead of just crafting all the bait, because just doing that is crazy. But there you go. You can catch the cool scientist. And that's the cool Easter egg. You can catch him, and he's not needed for any of the trophies, but I just thought it was cool. And then you do get a trophy for catching all the aberrations in the Iron Rig DLC, excluding the exotics. You don't have to get all the exotics or anything. But they did add a lot, and the ones that are frustrating, though, that I noticed, is you have to get all the crab ones, and those were the worst. And I guess before they didn't have a limit, or maybe if they did have a limit, I just don't remember how many crab traps you could have out. But it seems like it's significantly lowered. So if you do have some traps just hanging around, be sure to pick them all up, sell them, and just get new ones, or fix them, whatever tickles your fancy. Then I was thinking about doing the whole 100% of it and going oh, well, I'm still missing I think I'm missing 6. But I ain't gonna lie, man, I don't really have the drive to do the 230. I mean, there's no trophy included with it, and I had a good time with Dredge, and I don't want to like sour the experience by just going for 100% that it doesn't even matter anyway. I mean, just I guess for my own sick satisfaction. I totally butchered that, but it's whatever. But yeah, overall, the DLC was fun. It was a good it's a good time. I'd recommend playing it. I'm glad that a lot of people in the comments of the previous videos were like, "Yeah, man, you got to play it." I was like, "Well, I don't know," but I am happy I did, and I would definitely like to see more. I'd also like to see like maybe some type of sequel that was like a little bit more involved, or maybe there was like a. Because I do like the mini games, but I also kind of would like to like have like more interaction with you trying to fish and stuff. But anyway, that was me playing the Iron Rig DLC. I'd highly recommend it if you were a fan of Dredge. Granted, I did play it like, ugh, God, like a year or two after it was like released, the DLC. But thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. I love you. We're so close to 500 subscribers. Bye. Mwah.